We're back again with all of the mighty glory. So today, Monday, I'm pre-shooting this video. I'm actually going to be a little bit ahead. Hopefully today that we have a nice little, nice thumbnail on these. We'll see, maybe. It might be the week after. But what we have is a beautiful situation here. Rosetta. Let's talk some FaB. We're talking FaB. So go ahead and hang up now. Buzz off. I don't give a shit. Bye. Toodly-doo. Bye-bye. Flesh and blood. This market is wonderful right now. It is doing so well. There is nothing but stable sales. The singles are stable. The sealed is stable. Everything is just doing that nice, healthy chip up. Now, the very interesting thing here, and I'm going to go into some sales data and talk about a little bit of metrics. When I am packing out my orders for Flesh and Blood and sealed and stuff, I obviously go to a lot of Flesh and Blood events. I see a lot of names. I look at the tournament rosters and stuff, and I can kind of be like, oh, okay, I've shipped to you, and I kind of know a decent few number of people that I ship out to. Like, I don't know them, but I'm like, oh, okay, I've seen you at an event. I remember you at Cincinnati. Oh, I've seen you there. Oh, is that, okay, I know, you're a pro player. I know who you are. So, I've shipped out to thousands of people now. And what I have noticed over the past 6 months, right, and this is very, very interesting, over the past 6 months especially, I think out of 70 to 80 orders, I might recognize a single name. It used to be like 1 in 30, 1 in 40. The past 6 months, though, we basically doubled. Now, the other very interesting thing, the sealed collections. I sell Flesh and Blood sealed. I have Outsiders listed. I have Rosetta. I have Hunted listed. Bright Lights, maybe? I don't know. I have like 6 or 7 Flesh and Blood sets listed by the case. Some things I have priced way over market low. Some things I am market low. It just varies. What I have noticed is the sealed cases. Everyone that's bought those in the past 2 months, Rosetta, Hunted, whatever else, I don't know any of these people. And I'm shipping them all over the country. Hawaii, Alaska, Florida, Texas, Minnesota. I shipped a case of, was it Hunted? I think it was a case of the Hunted, or a case of Rosetta, I don't remember which, one or the other. I shipped a case of that to an LGS in Colorado. Let's take note of this for a minute. There's LGSs going out and buying product off of TCG Player at secondary prices to then resell in their stores, probably for an event or something else. There was a group order from the players they wanted. But let's think about that. I literally sold a case of product to an LGS because they can't get a hold of it from distribution or from wherever else because it's just not there. Now, why is this a good thing? Well, we enter this area, right? Everyone has been Flesh and Blood is singles, Flesh and Blood is singles, Flesh and Blood is singles, singles. Whenever you talk to someone about Flesh and Blood, about whether you should buy singles or sealed, they're like, oh, just buy singles. If you ask people about collectability, they're like, oh, just buy singles. If you hear someone say, oh, I hold sealed, they're probably talking about the whack block, which is Welcome to Wraith Alpha, Arcane Rising First Edition, Crucible of War First Edition, and then probably some unlimited of those sets as well. But generally speaking, after Block 1, no one collected sealed. It just doesn't exist. People don't have it. I am weird, and I have held between 5 and 20 cases of every single set after Block 1. Because Block 1 is when I just got into it. Stuff was going crazy. I was buying collections and sealed stuff and singles, but I always went back to selling the sealed because it was just so consistent to move. Now looking back, I wish I had kept a lot more of the sealed and kept less singles, but it is what it is. So we now have this market where the sealed volume that is available is just nothing. There's nothing left. I did some poking around and some asking. I know where a decent bit of Outsiders is, but again, this is not a lot of product. It's a small 3-digit amount, and this is between some of the largest holders in the country. That's about it. And these people are not selling either, keep in mind. They just have it because they wanted to hold on to it for 10 years, and a lot of those people don't even collect and purchase large amounts of the newer sets. So now we have sets like Rosetta and the Hunted. We have moved into this cycle where Heavy Hitters did amazing, Mistveil did amazing, Rosetta did amazing, the Hunted's done amazing, Heavy Seas is going to do amazing. I'm calling the prediction right here. And we have this repeated awesome set after awesome set after awesome set. Strong singles sell through, strong everything. People loved it. It drafted great. It's been awesome. It's not the Bud Light of FaB, which is what everyone calls bright lights. I still enjoy bright lights, but whatever, that's me. I have like, I think 18 or 19 cases left. I don't care. I'll hold it until it's $700 a case. It's fine. We have this mentality in this market where if you have sealed, you're nuts. And that's okay. You don't need to buy the sealed. But what's happening now is that this mentality has existed for 5 years in Flesh and Blood. So all anyone cares about is whack. And usually Welcome to Wraith Alpha is what everyone's like, ooh, I gotta have that. That's the good. Like, that's the real good. So people want that, but they don't want anything else. So no one bought it. And people just kept opening it and just kept opening it and just kept opening it. And people like me that are reselling singles, I'll buy a collection and I'm like, oh, I mean, I can make $90 just opening this stupid case of Everfest. All right, I'm just opening the case of Everfest. I just open it and I go sell the singles, make more money. Rinse, repeat. And I did this with Toa and Monarch and Everfest and Uprising and various and sundry other sets. And I sold some stuff to locals and other people who were getting into the game. And, you know, I just didn't really care. I was like, okay, I moved it, purchased it X, sold it. Moved it, purchased it X, sold it. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. It's part of having the cycles. But everyone has done this. And basically no one has retained a bunch of product. And I know Rudy has this video where he has like, oh, the wall of product. But like, if you look at that wall of product, it's just really tall. It doesn't look really deep. It's a lot of boxes still, but like, also it's Rudy. Like, so if he made that sale, that whole wall would probably go away in like 4 minutes. So the man can move product, I promise. So we have this era now that is effectively starting where there is just no sealed. And it's interesting to watch because I have so many very random people purchasing sealed cases. I have military people buying them that are getting shipped to APO addresses. I have random people, random LGSs, random remote areas of the country, and they may just be buying them to open and just have fun with them, which is possible. Or they might be buying them to have sealed collections. Who knows? But we have entered, in my opinion, an era where people are going to start realizing that Flesh and Blood sealed is actually a viable thing to sit on. And I've been doing this now since Heavy Hitters. When I got Heavy Hitters, I got a couple hundred boxes. I sold half of it, cracked a bunch for singles. I dripped out sealed. I have way less than I would like to have because I was still building the cycling engine. Took it all in, sent it all out. Took it all in, sent it all out. I did that for Mistveil. Took it all in, sent it all out. And now we roll into Rosetta. I've done this multiple sets in a row. Rosetta was the first set that I was really able to retain any large amount of product. And for me, I've always kept between 5 and 10 cases, right? For me, I really wanted to bump that up to 50 plus cases. And Rosetta was the first set that I was able to do that. I ended up keeping, I think it was like 82 cases of Rosetta I had left over. And I sold some to not patrons, but some to the followers and subscribers and people that have ordered with me previously at $300 a case. I gave them a good discount and stuff, and they're doing big bulk purchases. This is like months after the fact. And I even sold stuff. I had a few people buy some cases when they bought Hunted. And again, I was like, look, the market's going up on this stuff. You know, I'm not doing pre-sale cheap orders for these anymore. You've been here for a long time. I'll hook you up. If you want a few cases at $300 a case, I'll take care of you. Got them the product they needed. It was good to go. Rosetta's now $450 a case, $470 a case. I have less than 50 cases left. I'm in no rush to blast out my cases of Rosetta anymore. I sold through my last wave at 43. I think I had it set to like 43.9 or 439.60, which was like MSRP in the product. And I sold through that wave in like a week and a half. I was like, well, let me inventory. Let me see what I have left. I have the next wave listed up at, I think I'm at like 480, which is like the MSRP of the hunted. Because I'm like, if MSRP of the hunted is this, I may as well MSRP of the next wave. So the next wave of Rosetta is at 480 a case. And I think I have like 2 or 3 cases up right now. I have a total of 6, I think, for that pricing. And I'm just going to leave them there. I don't care. And I think we really do see Rosetta start climbing up. I think we see the hunted hit 480 a case. I think we're going to see other sets in FaB 2.0 hit $480, $400 plus a case. We're going to see Uprising start climbing more. We're going to see basically bright lights will go up. We're going to see heavy hitters. We're going to see Mist Veil. These are all sets that are primed to start steadily chipping up. These are all very successful sets too. Like, they may not be beloved, bright lights, but there was no arguing that Bright Lights was wildly successful when it released. It had an amazing EV, crazy good cards in it, tons of value. I opened up cases and, God, I think I made 4x what I opened. It did help that I hit the Teclavescent Marvel in like the second case, and then it also graded at 9.5, so that was sick. But again, I didn't sell the Teclavescent. I kept it. I made my master set. Like, I'm not sure, like, it is what it is. It was a good set. It's not expensive yet, but in my opinion, these sets will continue and follow this trend. LSS has very clearly shifted the amount of product they're dumping in the market, and I think combine that with the general market sentiment right now that everyone is buying and wanting things and trying to get a hold of things, we're seeing a correction of what has been a negative downturn from the past, probably like 2 years of FaB. Actually, probably longer on sealed. But like all things, when these corrections start to occur, things will go up, they'll go back down, and they'll find a new middle ground. Dynasty is a great example. Went up to $800 a case. Now it kind of petered back down a little bit. It's like $600-$700 a case. Loose boxes are like $140, $150 a case. $140 for a loose box, something like that. Things move up, they correct. Things move up, they correct. FaB now, at 5 years old, is starting to enter into these cycles, just like Pokemon does, just like Magic does. We're a young game still, but we're now entering these cycles that every game goes through. We had this, now we're back on this, and we're doing the little chip up, and then we'll chip down, and this, but over time, it only goes up, right? Well, I won't say it only goes up, that'd be investment advice. It tends to do upward motion things in the long run for things that are consistent, that people hold and do stuff. Yeah, whatever. And we're seeing this happen now. This is important because you can take that and you can say, okay, what hasn't moved up yet? Mist Veil is still chilling. Heavy Hitters is still chilling. Uprising is still chilling. Bright Lights is still on sale. Everfest has moved up some, but again, still on sale. It's under $300 a case. In my personal opinion, and you can don't take this take this with a grain of salt. In my personal opinion, if there is a Flesh and Blood case under $300, it's a good buy point right now. They are not reprinting more Everfest. They are not reprinting more Bright Lights. They are not reprinting more Uprising. These sets are out of print. They're gone. Whatever is out there is probably out there. Heavy Hitters, Mist Veil, there might be some floating around still. They haven't officially announced them out of print. But again, a lot of this stuff is just unavailable. Like, you're not buying 100 cases from distro. You're not buying 700 boxes of this. You're not buying 800 of this. You're buying, oh, yeah, we got a really small restock. Do you want a box? Do you want a case? Yeah, that's all. We only got a pallet for the month. That's it. Yeah, we're limiting it to 1. Sorry. Or it's just not even available. Like, you can't buy Dynasty right now. Like, good luck. And I don't see a downside risk on a FaB set under $300, in my opinion. It's why I've kept all my Everfest. It's why I've kept my Dusk Till Dawn. It's why I've kept, honestly, my WTR Unlimited. That's why I kept it. It was like $240 a case at one point, and I was like, I'm just not selling this. It's way too cheap. I don't see FaB cases under $300 as a bad deal anymore. If I had infinite money, I would probably be stocking up to 100 plus cases of Mist Veil, Heavy Hitters, basically everything dating back that I could that was under $300 a case. And I wouldn't even care. Like, I would just buy all of it that I could. Unfortunately, I don't have infinite money, so I can't do that. So I have to be a little more strategic and careful, and I'm still cycling and building things. So I have to be slightly more calculated than vacuum cleaner. Anyway, but yeah, guys, they're going to wrap it up there. A little bit longer than I wanted it to be. But yeah, this is just kind of like, we're seeing the sentiment change in markets everywhere. And again, reiterating this, when one of the big three rips it, everything else starts to follow in their steps. It doesn't matter if you love or hate it. It's just the inevitability of these market cycles. Pokemon is bananas. It is going crazy. People are buying collections over 80%. It's nuts. I have people messaging me like, dude, can I buy like whatever this? Like, I'm like, dude, I'm like, I can't, man. I'm moving it for more than I could sell it to you. Like, and I don't even blink. Like, it is crazy how bad this how savage this market is even. And hey, didn't I say prismatic ETBs were gonna be back up towards 140, 150 within 2 months? Can someone go find that video and link it for me? Like, I'm pretty sure I said that. Anyway, bye.